Hey everybody, welcome back to the official Wildhearts YouTube channel, and today I'm proud to show off our brand new rival in the form of Camille. I'm Chase, I am the Wildhearts brand manager, and I'm very excited to play this game for you. We're just doing a 1v1, just me versus the solo rival today for you to show off how she works, so that way you can go ahead and back her while you can on our Kickstarter page. We currently only have 9 days left at the time of recording this for you to go ahead and pick her up, as well as our brand new fields that we have available with this campaign. But fret not, if you have not backed previously, you can also pick up our core box as well. But I think it's time we go ahead and get right into this. So I went ahead, we have our boards set up for our plan as well as our decks here, but I do need to go ahead and get the study deck set up for us. So we're going to go ahead and combine all of these guys up here into our 50 card deck. So that way we will have our study deck ready to go here. We'll drop that down, give it a couple shuffles, and we'll go ahead and set the study up with our top 5 cards here. Now we are using the core box fields today. Don't want to do anything too crazy with this. We have our peaceful glade for that prepare 1 if you win it. We have the local village, so if we win this one, we gain the first player token. And then we have the dangerous summit, which is just worth a ton of VP. We're playing against the rival, so the rival does get the first player token here. So we'll have that ready. Now, I am a little experienced with this game, needless to say. You know, we've played it several times on live streams and recordings alone, so I'm pretty familiar. So I'm going to go ahead and bump her up to a little bit more difficult level here. I am going to give her a deck a little shuffle here. So we're going to put her at 5 cards that she can play during the first round. There we go. And then we'll flip mine as well. So I've got the 10 starter cards, as well as Jeremy, who we're going to be playing as today, his 2 tactics cards here. So his mastery ability is 3 mastery, shuffle 1 creature card from the study into your deck, and then you may discard 1 to prepare 1. So a little interesting there. With what he's got going on, and then his tactics card here, he just gains a mastery. So him plus a jelly right off the gate, you can immediately use his mastery ability if you want. But his exit effect is an attack that discard the top 3 cards from your deck for each student who didn't defend. Now this is going to be a little tricky because we're just doing a 1v1, so there's not going to be a ton of players that I can trigger off of this. Like in a 4-player game, this could be really, really powerful. So a little bit different for what we have here. So go ahead and shuffle this up, and then I'll go ahead and draw my 6 cards. All right, so we will let Camille go first. So she's got a couple different things going on here. Her special rule: after scoring, this is going to be the green field, the glade, whichever version you're running, it'll always, it'll be applicable no matter what. After scoring, this rival moves 2 power from the glade to the summit. So basically, because you score from left to right, so glade, village, summit, so you get to move 2 power over there to use to win that field also. So really, really can get really nasty if you're trying to win fields. And then her mastery ability: each student loses 1 power in each field. Not as detrimental as some of the mastery abilities that we've had to deal with before, but her special rule more than makes up for that. And then her starting plan cards here, she has a ongoing of when a creature card is summoned, doesn't matter if it's me or her, gain +1 power. Now she shouldn't be doing any summoning, but I like to have that caveat there. When a card in this rival's plan is stunned, she gains 1 VP. So if we do some attacking, we might have to worry about that. But she's going to go ahead and go first, so she's going to go ahead and play out that first card there. Double-edged hit. It's an attack card. If this rival has any stun cards, recover them. If not, stun each opposing 1. Ouch. Okay, cool. That sucks. There goes my jelly right off the bat. So, yeah, that's a shame. And, yeah, so no exiting effect yet. Okay. All right, I see you. Well, let's go ahead and take a look to see what we've got here. I've got his tactics card, but I don't have any jellies to get that extra little bit of mastery. If we can get this out right now, that might give us a little bit of an edge. So not super like impactful, but right now she doesn't have any defensive cards. So if we can get that off, we'll be able to get that mill 3 for ourselves in rotation real quick. So, and I'm not too worried about these other cards getting stunned. All right, next card for her. All right, looks like we're pushing to the left here. And no on-play effect, but she has a new ongoing when a student exits a card from 3 plus 1 power. Okay. Well, good thing we're planning to push to the left at least. But her exit over here, gain plus 1 power for each creature in this rival's plan. She currently has 1, so not too bad. And this is going to go into the glade. Now, again, 1 power, a single power over there in that glade means she also is going to have 1 power at the end of the game in the summit. So basically she's winning 2 fields right now with a single power put out there. So yeah, that can get a little out of hand. All right, now where would I like to go? We could go for the cycle here with Petalamander, and we'll push to the left. We could prepare 1 if we wanted to, which wouldn't be bad. The Illusion, always a solid card to have. Good VP if you grade it. Great exit effect. Awesome ongoing. That does look pretty nice. So maybe, man, I might want to wait on that though. You know what? Let's go ahead and just drop our Terra Chick. We'll just be a little bit safe, just to protect that exit effect for us there. And we'll push to the left and kick out that jelly that unfortunately is not doing us any good. Okay. Next card for Camille over here. Again, no on play, so that's really good for us. But if we do attack, she now has a defensive card. So this is really unfortunate for us because now she can defend and recover each creature card in this rival's plan, which wouldn't be too much of a problem, except I believe, yeah, when a card in this rival's plan is stunned, she gains 1 VP. So if we do hit this, yeah, she's just going to be able to get a VP. However, the exit effect is gain 1 VP for each creature card in the study. So that's 2 VP right there, right now in this moment. So kind of something to be worried about. And she's got 2 more cards left. If she pushes to the left, we might be okay. We're still in an okay position. We can start pushing to the right and just keep that Jeremy, the Harmonic Gambit. It's Jeremy and Flacc is his familiar. So I think then, how about we just get the Petalamander in rotation here? We'll go ahead and draw 1, discard 1, just to see what we get. We don't want to play that at the end and then miss out on something. So that will gain us some VP. So I think kicking out the Terra Chick might be pretty good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and discard the Terra Chick. We already have 1 in play, so that feels all right for us. And yep, reveal. All right, she's pushing to the right. That's real unfortunate for us. All right, but she's gonna go ahead and kick out that card, so we can go ahead and stun now, which is fine because she at least won't gain that VP anymore. But she is gonna gain 2 power here into the village. So now she's winning basically all 3 fields. So we really need to start doing something so that way we can kind of combat what's happening here. All right, and then she pushed out. So add 2 cards from the top of her deck, to this rival's cards to be played. Ouch! Ooh, that's not good. So her turn was about to be over, but now it's not, because now she just gets to add 2 more cards here to be played, meaning she's going to be in a really good spot at the end of this. That's for sure. Okay, let's go with, I think it's okay. We're going to go ahead and do a warder. We're going to push out, you know what, let's just go ahead and push this out now, because I really don't want her to get that exit effect. So we're going to push this out. We're going to prepare the Illusion. Look, oh, that's a tactics, not a creature card at least. But then this is going to go ahead and get hit. So it's going to recover each creature in this rival's plan, but there's nothing else that's stunned, so that's okay for us. So unfortunately, all this means is we don't get any sort of exit effect off of this. So now, was that the best time to do it? I'm not entirely sure, but again, she was not going to gain the VP for something getting stunned, so that's good. When a card exits a card from 3, which we haven't done, when a student exits a card from 3, she gains +1 power. But she's a rival, not a student. So, see, you can see on the board, rival, student. So, a little different. So she's not going to gain it every time something exits 3, at least. So there we have that going for us. Okay, but we kind of are in a position where we kind of want to push this Shatter Herb out. But we're not there. She's going to go first. We just stunned a card. All right. Hey, this is great. She's pushing to the right, so that card we were just worried about, she's just going to go ahead and kick out. Now, its exit effect might mess us up, but another ongoing, when a tactics or item card exit this rival's plan, mastery, she gets to activate her mastery, basically, which isn't that bad for us right now. But she's kicking out a creature card. Gain +1 power for each creature in the study. So there is that one. There's just the one. We were not able to scoop it up just yet. But she's going to get one over here in the summit now. Ooh, she is ripping us apart, let me tell you. Maybe I shouldn't have started her out with 5 cards in hand. Okay, and then that's it for that. So if she pushes to the left, this will trigger. And then her mastery ability is each student loses 1 power in each field. So I don't think putting out our Lady Seer right now is a good idea, because she's just going to remove it potentially if she pushes to the left. So instead, let us just play out another warder. Oh, this is going to trigger though. If it exits from 3, we can at least put 2 out. Sure, we're going to push this. I think I want to just kind of jump all over that summit. But first, let's go ahead and prepare. What do we got? Fury Potion looks pretty good. Being able to supplant, getting her cards out of, or getting her cubes out of the glade to prevent her special ability from happening. Probably a good card to have on hand. Now let's go ahead and do the exit effect of the herb here. It exited from 3, so we got to put out 2 power. Now I can put it either in the village or the summit. Right now she's going to have 2 at the end of the round there. We're putting out 2 right now, but we're also going to put out another one with the Lady Seer, so it's going to put us at 3. So even if she rips one of our cubes out, we'll be okay. We can also put in another cube or 2 more because of the Terror Chick when the Terror Chick gets pushed out to the Lady Seer. So I think we're just going to go kind of all in on controlling the summit, because she's basically going to control everything else. So that's kind of my thought process here. Alright, she's playing another card though, because now she has extras. Each student discards the top card of their deck. Plus power for each different style discarded. Okay, the thankful part about this is there's just 1 player, so she's not going to get like a ton of triggers off this. But she's pushing to the right here, which is actually okay for us, because that means this ongoing of hers is not going to trigger. And this is a face down card. And then we're going to discard this one. It's just a Lady Seer, which I am okay with that. And then for each different style discarded, just the 1 style there in that special Lady Seer. So we're going to put out 1 power here. Thankfully, it's going to go into the local village here. So she's pretty much got that one on lock. Not much we can do about that. So last card here then for us is going to be the Lady Seer. We're going to push this Terror Chick out, and yeah, we're just going to kind of go all in here, I think. So 1 power from the Lady Seer. She's going to move this one over, and should technically be in 2nd place. But you know what? I think, what if, because we can put this anywhere. I think we're going to put it over here, because we're tying her there. This might be, if that last card pushes to the right. Oh no, she's going to trigger this ongoing no matter what, because there's a tactics card is going to exit no matter which way we go, which is going to then trigger her mastery ability. Each student loses 1 power in each field. So if we put this 1 cube here, it's actually not going to do anything. We're just going to disappear. So absolutely should put it over there. She's going to strip it, and then her other cube will come down here and will tie. So Terror Chick, we might as well just put everything over here just to lock in that 1st place. It's a little over the top aggressive, but I don't really have much else I can do because she's going to trigger this next one no matter what. She's pushing this way. Stun each opposing 3. So there goes our warder. That's a bummer. So we're about to get a VP and a mastery off of that. Exit, stun each opposing 3. Hey, well, I guess that works for us, right? It's already stunned. So that'll be okay for us. And at this point, we're both out of cards, so we're both passed. So we'll go ahead and score. She's going to get 5 VP for this. She's going to get 3 VP for this. And she retains the first player token. This is going to come down here, so she's going to get second. So she's going to get 4 VP for this. And then I get 7 VP then for this. Now, I did skip something, but it basically, we already walked through it. It didn't matter. The Dryad here, a tactics card did exit. So she would have used her ability, stripped this. We're still at 4, so the outcome is still the same. But for clarity's sake, I should do it for you guys during the moment. Okay, and so then that is it for the round here. So then we'll go ahead and clear off the cubes and then set up for the next round. And then just coming and referencing back to the rules here for the rounds, we are playing on hard difficulty right now. I thought I could handle it, but as you can see, apparently it's pretty rough. So for the rest of the game, she's now going to be starting out with 6 cards in her hand here. Or cards to play, so we're going to go ahead and put those there. She's then going to have to shuffle up her discard, which means she is going to get to grade something here out of the study just for free. So it's going to be whatever the lowest value is. I'm going to put that back. She's going to grade the lowest value. Looks like they're all 3s here. Now, what would she pick in this situation? I'm not entirely sure. So we're just going to grab this. I'm not going to put too much thought into it, honestly. So it can either help or harm, I feel like, if I don't know what's going on. Alright, so she has her 6 cards there. So then we're going to go ahead and draw up ours into the hand there, and then draw 4. Alright, and unfortunately, since we did prepare 2 cards, we were not able to cycle back in our discard just yet. Okay, but she's going to go first. Once again, she is pushing to the left. There is no on play. Looks like she's just got another ongoing. When a student exits a card from 3 + 1 power, which we saw earlier. Okay, and then don't think we missed anything earlier on this one, right? No. Okay, when this exits, each student shuffles their discard and all of their prepared cards into their deck. Well, that seems really good for us. I don't know how this hampers us. Each student shuffles their discard and all of their prepared cards into their deck. Now, okay. Now, unfortunately, what this means is I don't actually get to grade anything because we're not attempting to draw and not having anything to draw. It's just shuffling everything up into our deck. So that's a big ouch for us. That means no grading. That is a very, very bad timed card for us to have happen to us. Yeah, ouch. Okay, so we'll go ahead and separate those a little bit so they don't get too mixed up. Okay, let's go ahead and get going here. I think we're in a bit of a bind. Let's see, when a student exits a card from 3, she's going to gain a power. When a tactics or item card exits this rival's plan, she gets to activate her ability. As long as we're not putting out any power too early, I'm not too worried about cards exiting either direction. So we could summon to get our Petalamander to trigger to go ahead and put out some cubes if we so choose. Is there anything worth having? That Granite, but we don't have any defensive cards. We don't have anything prepared, so the Tortu isn't going to do us any good at the moment. Place a creature card from your discard in the slot. Again, we don't have anything in our discard right now. I think we just need to try to get some mastery going here. I don't think we're going to worry about... Oof. You know what? We're going to push... We're still going to push to the right. And we're going to play this Jelly. That's going to get me 2 mastery cubes, which will get us set up for our next bit of interaction there. And we are discarding a face down card, so that means no extra ability for us. Alright, what is she going to do to us now? Okay, an attack card. If this rival has any stun cards, recover them. If not, stun each opposing one. Oh, gosh. Okay, at least it was just this. If I had pushed to the left, I might have been a little sad. Okay. But yeah, she doesn't have any stun cards. Oh, we're pushing to the left here, which is a creature card, so it's not going to trigger any of the ongoings there. We did exit a card from 3, though. It was face down, so we do need to go ahead and trigger this. It was in the village at the time that happened, so that is on me for not doing that. This card does not have an exit effect, so no worries there. So we're all caught up once again. Okay, do we want to cycle? Do we want to activate our ability? We finally have enough mastery. Shuffle 1 creature card from the study into your deck. Then you may discard to prepare 1. She already has so much card advantage over us. I don't really want to, yeah, I'm a little worried about that. We have none of our chickens in hand at the moment, which means possibly next go around, the Granite will be able to do us some good. The only issue is when we play this Patalamander, it'll make us cycle our deck. And we could draw into either of the chickens or the Granite itself, which would not be good for us because it does shuffle. It doesn't place to the bottom or anything like that. That's not a creature. And then the other one is the Tortu. Draw the top card of your preparation area. Like, this might be okay. I just don't know where we're going to be at the time. It does have good owned value, though, which is good. So does the Granite. So they might be worth it. He does throw out a lot of power. The Tortu being able to supplant, also pretty nice. There's not a whole lot to supplant at the moment, though. You know what? I think we're going to hold off on that. I was just looking. She doesn't have any... Oh, she does have one. Stun this card instead. Prepare 1. We don't want her to prepare, because that means she's going to get an extra card. Which, oh, she does have an extra card because she won that one last time. So she actually has an extra card for winning the Glade last time. So yeah, she has so many cards that getting her to prepare a card is just really bad for us right now. So I don't think I want to stun yet. I was looking at the Shadow Herb to be able to stun this or something like that. Was definitely on my move all power each student from village to the Glade. That's not a terrible exit effect either. I'm not too worried about any of that. Yeah, we're gonna play it slow. I'm gonna use an illusion here. We're gonna kick out the warder and just kind of push down a little bit here. So this will exit. We're gonna gain a VP. It exited from 3, so we're also going to get a mastery in that VP there. And that's just going to kind of put us in a good spot. So we can follow it up with like a Patalamander to trigger the ongoing. Each time you draw and discard, you gain a power. We have our Ladies here at the end, which is another draw discard effect as well as a supplant. So hopefully she puts out a power in either the village or the summit here soon, so that way we can supplant it, because that would be really great for us. But let's see. She is very difficult to play around, that's for sure. Alright, when a card in this rival's plan is stunned, she gains 1 VP. Okay, and she's pushing to the right, which that's great. She just pushed out that defensive card for us, which doesn't have an exit effect either, so we're actually in a really, really good spot. Now, unfortunately, when a card in this rival's plan is stunned, she gains a VP. So if we stun the 2 slot here, has any stun cards, recover them. No, that's not it. Stun each opposing 3. We really don't want this to happen. So I'm fine with giving her a single VP. We did miss this trigger again, so she is going to gain that because we pushed out from 3 last round. She gains that power there. So there's a lot going on. She has a ton of ongoings. This is crazy. And then she did just push out a tactics card, though. So that means her mastery is going to trigger. Oh, gosh. But that's okay, because I don't have any power out there yet. Okay, each student loses. I thought I'd put the one in the local village, but I did not. Golly, this is crazy. Okay. So then, in that case, yeah, I think we're just okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, because this is triggering over here in the Glade. So I think we go ahead and stun this now. We can push out the Lady Seer. We can supplant at least in the local village and trigger our illusion as well. Yeah, that feels okay to me. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this. We'll push out the Lady Seer. We'll push this jelly down a little bit here. We'll stun the 2, which is going to gain her a VP. Okay. And then our Lady Seer is going to jump out. So we're going to supplant here in the village. Get us at least something going for ourselves. And then we get to draw 1 and discard 1, which is going to trigger our illusion here in a moment. Honestly, I think we're gonna ditch this Jeremy and Flacc. It's just not doing us a ton of good right now. So that seems okay. Now we get to place out a power because of our illusion, and I think just trying to take this summit is kind of the way to go. It's a lot though. It's a lot to do for sure. Okay, and then that is it for us. Still hanging on to this Fury Potion, though. I'm waiting for her to get at least 2 cubes somewhere before I drop it. All right, where is she going? Looks like we got a defense card. She's pushing to the right this time. Recover each creature card in this rival's plan. Is this a creature? It is not. So we're okay there if we want to hit this. But this is exiting. Move all power of each student from... Of course, from the village over here to the glade. All right, well, there it goes. Okie dokie. And we exited a card. We exited the Lady Seer last round, so we do need to put out that power. I don't know how I keep forgetting about that. So she does have the 2 power there. We can go ahead and supplant and gain a mastery if we want to, which doesn't seem too bad. Again, I hate for her to like mess with my cubes before I can like do much. I think let's play the Petalamander first. We'll go ahead and push this Jellycane out before it gets hit again. That does put our illusion here on the end, but that's okay. We could actually go ahead and kick it out if we need to, if the cubes ever do come up, or we can keep it there. So Petalamander first. We're gonna draw 1, discard 1. Ooh, Jelly. Ooh, that's a tough call here. Honestly, I think I'm gonna discard this. So our illusion will trigger. We're going to put out another cube. Again, we're going to drop it over here into the summit. Actually, let's put another one back here because we can win this one really easily. And we're going to supplant the ones over in the glade anyways. So she's not going to have any to move over. This is all in theory, of course. We don't know what kind of card she might be playing that's going to impact us. So Jelly's going to exit, so we get a grade 1 card from our discard or prep area. I am going to go ahead and discard the Jeremy and Flacc card because, unfortunately, in a smaller game, the exit effect doesn't feel as good. So, and it's worth way more graded than it is ungraded. All right, so back over here to Camille. She is pushing to the right again, which is a stun card that works for us. We do need to actually put up another cube for that ongoing, because we keep exiting stuff out the right. We're done exiting out the right for a little bit, so hopefully we'll be okay there. All right, and then on play, gain VP equal to the number of different styles in the study. Oh no. Okay, so we got a might. We got, the defensive one, I forget, and then we got a tactic, special, and a ferocity. We have the full Monty there. She's going to gain 5 VP. This is not good for us. All right, and then she did exit a stun card at least. We have at least that tiny bit going for us here. She does have this other one that's coming up, though. Gain 1 VP for each creature in the study. Which there is 2, the same 2 that's been there for a while. Okay, let's see, is it time to do this, or is it time to do Jeremy and Flacc? I think it might be time to do Jeremy and Flacc, honestly. So let's go ahead, we're going to spend the 3 mastery, and we're going to throw a creature card from the study into our deck here. And I really like the supplant. The supplant feels so good right now in this matchup, because she's just such a beast. So if we can get the Tortu and exit it, I think that'll put us in a pretty good spot. So that is going to be our Jeremy and Flacc. Now we could discard to prepare one, but I don't really want to discard either of these cards. So we're not going to do that second part because it is a May effect. Hopefully it does not hurt us later. Okay. And then, oh, that is the wrong card. There we go. All right, so this is pushing to the left here. Okay, and then plus power in each field for each item card in the study. And there is currently 2 items, because we just put out another one for her. Of course we did. In each field. She gets 2 power in each field. Holy cow. Well, I mean, on the bright side, she's almost out of cubes. Rough. Okay, well, we might be kicking that illusion out a little sooner. Okay, and then the exit, gain 1 power for each creature in the study. Well, at least we handled that, right? But that is all of her cubes out right there. So, yeah, she's in a good position, but at the same time, hopefully this last card doesn't do anything because she spent all of her power, basically. So I kind of think I want to slow roll it a little bit here. And a card in this is stunned. She gains a VP. We're not stunning anything right now. I could just push to the left. I think that's kind of where we're at. Keep the illusion for next turn, for her to play her next card. So we're going to push to the left. Kind of slow play a little bit here. We're going to gain 2 mastery, which we could also slow play with this as well, because we could activate our Jeremy and Flacc ability again, funny enough. Alright, and then she's going to flip this over. Gosh, of course. See, I guess it's good we waited in a way. Each student loses 1 power in each field. Okay, and she's pushing to the left. Oh gosh, okay, that's a double whammy. The exit effect is to trigger it again. So yes, it's good we waited, because we would have just lost basically 6 power or whatever it would come out to be. Instead, we're just going to lose the 1 in each field at the bare minimum, right? Golly. Okay, well, it's our turn. We have 1 last card here, so we're going to kind of go for a big play. We're going to do this here. So we get to supplant 2 anywhere we want on the board, and then we get to supplant 2 again in either the village or the summit. And I'm kind of thinking we supplant here, we would win that one. We could supplant and then supplant here. That's only going to get us second because she's going to move 2 cubes down. We could supplant all 3, right? We'd have 1 wasted supplant essentially. But when she moves the 2 cubes down, she still only gets second. But at 7, she gets 4. We could split it. I would get 4 and 3, and she would get 1. Because, yeah, she would get 10, and I would get 5, right? So, yeah, so she would win the village, and she would win the glade, or win the summit. That gives her 10. Or, yeah, if we split it, I would win the village for 3 and get second here to 7. And then she would win and get 1. She would get 8 that way. If I put all of it here, she would get 4 and 3. So we'd each get 7. Okay, I think that's what we do then. I did a lot of math on that one. Sorry. So what we're going to do, we're going to just supplant all 3 here. So that way when she moves those 2 cubes down, we'll be in first. All right, and then we get to, we gain a mastery off the Fury Potion, and we get to draw a card off the Illusion. So, nothing too crazy there, but it is a little something extra, which, hey, exits from 3, we could put two cubes up somewhere. Golly. If I had known that, I would have supplanted. But unfortunately, that is the very last effect we would have triggered in that situation, was the draw. If we could have done the draw first to see what we could have done, it would have been a little different. She's out of cards, though. She's passed. So then we're just playing this. We can stun this right now, which won't do anything. Unfortunately, we would trigger the ambush again. I could also discard this to prepare, which actually I think is what we're going to do here. Instead of playing this and giving her VP, pushing out our herb and wasting it, this is also in the discard. We're going to just discard to prepare 1. So we could gain the inner fire here to stun the 1 or 3. She does have the defensive card there to help her out. The scroll of healing is kind of interesting. Oh no, we're going to cycle back the owl. I was going to say we could use this to get the owl. 2 power in each field for each tactics card stunned. That is not a tactics card. She has an item card that's going to get stunned off of that. I think whatever we take. You know what? Let's take the Granite. We're going to prepare the Granite because I feel like we're about to draw all of our chickens. Well, we should, at least. All right. Ooh, Bounce Orb would have been so much better. Oh, well. It is what it is. All right, here we go. Points time. So she's going to definitely win the Glade. For 5, we're going to get smoked in this game. She's going to absolutely crush us. That is over here. She gets a free prepare, so that's gonna go there. Then 2 cubes are gonna come down here because of her special rule. She's gonna get 3 VP here and keep the first player token. Hey, look, we actually get the 7 for this, which is actually kind of crucial. And then 4 more for her. Oh, golly. And then we get a set up. We'll pull the cubes off and then get set up for the 3rd round. Okay, and then so her discard will be coming back over here. She gets to grade a card for free, whatever the lowest value card is, which they're all 3s. So you know what? We'll take a healing scroll because it's a duplicate, and that's what she's going to grade here. And then we'll go ahead and replace it. An Earth Bauble, huh? All right, and then she's going to get 6 more cards. So I'm just going to take 1 out, and then we're just going to grab 6 and put them in there. All right, and that's hers. We're going to go ahead, we're going to draw these, and then we do get to grade something here. I really don't want to grade my owl, honestly. Actually, we're going to grade that. We're going to grade the other Jeremy and Flacc card. And then we're going to shuffle these all up. Let's go ahead and put, oops. All right, yeah, we're going to draw 1, Patalamander, okay. I would probably rather the owl, but here we are. All right, well, she gets to go first. So what scary things is she about to do to us once again? She's pushing to the right. Okay, each student discards the top card of their deck, plus 1 power for each different style discarded. Again, one of those that's okay. Please don't let it be the owl. Ooh, Jelly's also really bad. It is a wild, which is kind of funny, which technically isn't a style if you want to get technical. So, it's not one of the styles. It's a wild, but it's only a wild when using it for summoning. So I'm going to treat it as blank because I'm getting my butt kicked. And then the exit here, add 2 cards from the top of her deck to the... Oh, gosh. Oh, but she doesn't have any more, and she technically doesn't have a discard yet, so she can't even cycle. So she only gets 1. Ha-ha. Ha-ha, ha-ha, ha-ha. We needed that. Okay, we're in a bind. All right, Fury Potion. Gain power equal to the number of mastery you have. That's actually pretty cool. So we can push it to the left and go for the Glade, I suppose. Yeah, it's just a matter of when do we want to use our mastery also, because we have the Granite available to us. Patalamander. Let's just do the Patalamander. I want to draw, see what we're going to draw into. Let's push this to the left. That's fine. I don't want her activating her mastery and stripping all of our power from field, so I'm going to wait on kicking out the herb. So let's go draw, discard. Stun isn't too great right now while she has that defensive card there, so we really need that pushed out. The supplant on the Lady Seer is really nice. We have a ton. Okay, we have a ton of defensive cards. So I'm going to get rid of one of these chickens. All right, and then the Patalamander has no exit effect. Okay, back to her. All right, bring out the Mountain of Ongoings. No. Okay. If this rival has any stun cards, recover them. If not, stun each opposing 1. Of course, she's gonna stun our Fury Potion. And before I could play out the chicken, should have played out the chicken first. All right, pushing to the left. All right, well, that whole plan is up in smoke, and just like that. Golly. If defended, the defending student discards a face-up card from their plan. Ugh. Well, I can't defend, so I guess that's okay. Man, that was a brutal turn for us. Draw the top card of your preparation area. Don't have anything prepared at the moment. How about this Bauble? Earth Balls. Then this card gain the play effect of another card in your plan. Sure. Let's go ahead. Let's discard. I guess we're going to discard the chicken now. Well, no, we still have the Granite, right? We can still do the Granite play. All these cards are really great. You know what? Yeah, I've got to do something because I got a warder. That would be great, but I don't. So we're going to do the chicken, and then we're going to prepare this Earth Bauble because the Earth Bauble is great. I love the Earth Bauble. Oh, look, the Griffin. Yeah, or grade 1 card from your preparation area or your discard. Griffin's great. All right, we'll probably use our mastery ability to grab the Griffin, in all honesty. Okay, we're pushing to the right. Looks like we got an ongoing here. Which one is this? Exits this rival's plan. Mastery effect. Oh, look, it's an item card. Immediately triggers. Thankfully, we haven't put any power out because like I was saying, we were waiting. Okay. And then, so exit, gain 1 VP for each creature in the study. Oh, gosh, doesn't matter how much we clean it up. There's always one. And I was just about to put that into my deck, too. So she's going to gain 1 VP off of that. Okay, back to us. And then, yeah, like I just said, we are going to go ahead and use our mastery ability. We're going to grab that Griffin. The Hydrophant is a good card. So that and that. Oh, no, it's a Magibee. I love the Magibee, especially with the owl. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, still in the Jeremy and Flacc ability, shuffle creature card from the study into your deck. Then you may discard to prepare one. Golly. Let's see if we can stun that right now with the herb. Lady Seer is probably the weakest link. All right, Lady Seer. Oh gosh. Yep, Lady Seer it is. And we're gonna prepare the Magibee. Watch be another creature. Nope, it wasn't. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So then back to her turn. Pushing to the left. It's another ongoing. This is when a student exits a card from 3. She gains a power. All right, and then the exit on this one. Each student shuffles their discard and all of their prepared cards into their deck. Oh my gosh, she is the worst. She is the worst. Oh no. They're all shuffled in there too now. So instead of them being the guaranteed draw that I was gonna get, yeah, now they can just be anywhere. Golly, she is so mean. Gosh, she is so mean. Okay, and then now our Tortu is like super useless, honestly. Look at this, and she has all these like stun cards. Who does not defend this? Plus power in the summit. Oof. Stun each 3. I don't even know what to do at this point. Yeah, that really, really hurt. I mean, sure. It seems like an okay time to do this. We're gonna push. Oh gosh, she's gonna gain the power because we're pushing out. Yeah, she's just gonna gain a power. So it's like, are we even getting anywhere? So I guess we should push to the left. Does not feel great. And we're gonna stun her too. And then we're gonna exit this stun card here. My poor, poor Fury Potion. Okay. Alright, we're pushing to the right. Gain VP equal to the number of different styles in the study. Oh yeah, the card that just keeps on giving, let me tell you. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Full Monty again. She gets all 5. That's a hard one to like even try to like counter. And then exit for each opponent who does not defend this, plus 1 power in the summit. Cool. So she gets a power over there. Because I can't defend it. Okay. Do you know what? I think this is an okay time to do the Tortu. Unfortunately, though, I've got to push to the right on this one. I really, really, really need to. Or I'll wait. I could wait and do it the other way. No, because I need to push. Yeah, I need to push the Tortu to the left. Alright, so no on play, and then exit here. Exited from 3, so we're going to get 2 power, and we're going to throw that over into the summit. And then her ongoing over here is going to trigger. When a student exits a card from 3, she gains a power, and that's going to go here in the village. Have we missed this one? Exits this rival's plan, she activates her ability. No, because we haven't had any power until just this second, so. Okay. Okay. Alright, what do you got for us now? With awfulness? Oh, just 2 power. Okay. And then you're pushing to the right, so we're going to push out a stun card. Okay, okay. So she gets 2 more power in the village. I think she's going to win the village again. She really likes to go first. What can I say? All right. And then we're going to go ahead and drop our Granite here, which is going to get us more mastery. Unfortunately, it's going to pass our turn after this. We can push out the Jelly to grade one of these 2. Like, I don't really want to grade the Fury Potion, but we are also going into round 4, and I've got a ton of cards already here, so I'm probably not going to be able to ever use this Fury Potion. So yes, we're going to push to the right. Sorry, jumping the gun a little bit. To do that, Granite for each blocking shield, whatever you want to call it, defense card that we have there. We're going to gain 2 mastery. So we got the Tortu, and then the Jelly is going to exit, and we're going to grade a card in our discard because we need it. All right, and we're out of cards, but she still has a bajillion. Okay, she is pushing to the left here. Oh boy, more stuns. Stun each opposing 3. But we do have the Tortu, which is a really, really bad time. Discard this instead. Draw the top card of your preparation area. But unfortunately, she played that card earlier, and yeah, it's just awful. So that gets discarded. She's pushing this out. Move all power of each student in the village to the glade, which we don't have any power in the village. And she's pushing to the left again. Looks like we just got an ongoing here. When a creature card is summoned, gain the power. And then no exit effect on this one because it was just a defensive card. All right, so at least she didn't finish strong. At least I have that to say. No one has anything in the Peaceful Glade this round, though. That's pretty crazy. We just never got in a position where we could even put something there if we wanted to. She is going to gain 3 VP from this, though, from the village. And hey, we somehow managed to win the summit without any other crazy shenanigans, so that's great. She had no power to move over, so she's just stuck at the 4, which is pretty wild that we came out with the same amount of VP scored, at least from the zones, so that's pretty remarkable. But this slow bleed out from her just gaining VP like crazy has been pretty terrible. Right, and well, at least she doesn't get an extra card at the very least, so she's gonna put these over here. We'll shuffle them up. She gets to grade another card for free though, lowest value. Sure, let's do the Inner Fire, I guess. All right. I mean, I've gotten beat. Oh, now you show up. Man, I've been waiting for this. Recover a different card in your plan. Been waiting this whole time. All right, shuffle that up one more time. And draw our 6. Boom. And then she gets 6. I'm just going to put these over here. Get over. And then boom. All right, she's up first. Oh, let's go ahead and move our round tracker down. This is the final round. We need to make up 21 points. It took us 3 rounds to get 22 points, so I'm not holding my breath. Okay. Okay, come back here, card. Okay. Plus power in each field for each item in the study. We're pushing to the left, which is another defensive card, so at least that won't have any effect. How many item cards? Oh my Lanta. Holy cow. Okay, so she gets 3 cubes in every field, which I think that actually is like close to almost all of her cubes. She's not going to have many left. She has 3 cubes left. What a powerful, powerful play. She's like, oh, you need to win most of the fields this turn? No, I'm just going to win all the fields. How about that? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, miss. I didn't realize. Yeesh. Okay. Golly, I really wish. I guess we could put that down. I wish we had drawn into the owl, because the owl in conjunction with the Magibee is pretty fire. Earth Bobble, also not bad. Sure. It could be a really funny play if this gets hit and we trigger the Patalamander to draw into the owl. Like, maybe there's a world. Unfortunately, though, we're not pushing anything out, so... I guess I could push to the left, but that doesn't get us anywhere either. So, all right, now go ahead and stun all my cool cards. No, okay, all right. Pushing to the right, but she does have a new defensive card, which lets her recover a creature card. Not too bad. The scary part is the exit effect. Gain a VP for each creature in the study, but is there even any right now? There's one, the Silfunk. Okay. And then exit, gain 1 power for each creature in the study. Oh, okay, well. All right, there's that. She's going to gain a power in the summit over here. Yikes. What a brutal, brutal round. We are getting crushed. Okay, so then we can go Warder here to prepare at least, but and then we can use the Hydrofen to grade 1, so we could grade whatever it is that we decide to prepare. So we could prepare the Bounce Orb and then just grade it. I mean, that's 3 VP for us, if nothing else. Yeah, it's just, it's scary times here. Oh, but the Magibee, ongoing with the Magibee is also really good. Wish there was a way. If there was a way. I mean, we could just wait it out, I guess. Go for the jelly here. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go here. We're gonna push this way. We're gonna gain 2 mastery, which is gonna max us out. And then this exits from 3, so we're going to get 2 cubes over here. We're going to throw them in the summit. She's going to have 6 there. Yikes. Alright, and that's it for us. Does she have the ongoing? No, she has that one. When a creature is summoned. Okay. Alright. I actually really need an attack card to trigger. Nope. Okay. Oh, even worse. Okay, cool. Alright, so she's going to push this way. And then when a tactics or item card exits, she triggers her mastery, which this is only a creature, but it's going to trigger her mastery anyway, which is going to lose us 1 power in each field. So that power one of the powers we just put out into the summit is now gone. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, we're still waiting for our stuff to get hit here. Let's see. Plus power for each of these we have here, which we have 1. We have 1. So that's like a terrible card right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw out the Terror Chick. We'll push this way, this down. Oh no, we need the... Oh, what a bummer. we need the Petalamander to actually trigger, so we actually have to keep that there. I know I'm banking on such a honestly not a great play. It's such a we're in such a bad bind right now that we really need this Hail Mary to kind of go through for us. So instead, we're gonna play the Terror Chick, but we're gonna push this way. But it's actually not as bad as I thought, because he himself. So for each in the plan, so he's got 1, 2, and we got 3 on that, and then 4. So we're gonna put out a ton actually. So what is that for each? 2, 4, 6, 8. It gives us 8 cubes that we can throw somewhere. Sure, let's go ahead and just throw 8 cubes up here into the summit, I guess. Is that 8? 1 more, okay. Because we had 1 there already, so we're putting 8 more up there. Alright, so yeah, that was actually a pretty powerful play. Very, very heavy commit. But she's going to have, like I said, she's going to have 6 there anyway. So, and if she activates her mastery again, that's going to put us down to 8. Yeah, she's going to have 6, so then we'll go down to 8. So, yeah, we're still in a pretty rough spot. Right, flip it up. She's pushing to the right again. Oh, I see an attack coming out, though, which is what we needed. Let's see if it matters, though. Each student discards the top card of their deck, plus power for each different style discarded. If this is my illusion, oh no. Okay, it's not. Okay. That's okay. That still comes out to be an even play. And then if defended, the defending student discards a face-up card from their plan. That's rough. Okay, so she's going to... we're going to defend with this. Stun this card instead. Gain... Oh, gosh. Of another card in your plan. The bad part is we're going to lose these, and that's rough. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to trigger the Petalamander. Please let it be the owl. It's not the owl. I should have stunned the chicken instead, I guess. Oh well. Do we discard this at all? Stun this card instead. No. Okay. Unfortunately, though, if this is defended, the defending student discards a face-up card from their plan. Now we just lose a face-up card from our plan. Well, you know what wasn't doing us any good? This Petalamander. So, okay, back to our turn. I guess I might as well do this. So let's do this. And it's a weird place. We're going to push this way. All right, so we got to draw, discard twice. Okay. Like, gaining 3 power is great. But when we prepare a card, we get to draw and discard, which is also great. So, you know what? Let's just do the Lady Seer. It's going to be our first one. Our second draw discard. Still no. Okay. Wow. 2 cards left. Ouch. All right. And then the second part, swap 2 cards in your plan. I think I'm actually going to do it like this. We're going to kick the jelly out before it can get stunned, and then its exit effect will let us grade a card. So if we want something worth some good value, that's got good owned value by itself. So does that. Unfortunately, though, like, it doesn't matter what we do here in this situation. It's just going to net us 1 no matter what we do. I'm just going to do this. Okay. Wait, what was... Oh, it was under this. Oh, it was just the herb. Yep. Okay. Oh, gosh. What a What a predicament we are in. I can't believe we still haven't drawn the owl. All right, here we go. Pushing to the right. Another ongoing. When a card in this rival's plan is stunned, she gains a VP. When a creature is stunned, we haven't done that. When a tactics or item exits, that's happening right now. She's going to trigger her mastery, which is going to strip a power that we have, which I figured it was coming. And then gain 1 VP for each creature in the study. There's the 1. Okay, we never got the Sylphunk out of there. It's been on my to-do list, okay? All right, let's go with... Might as well just keep pushing to the right, right? Because there's nothing, nothing about when it exits to the right. She doesn't gain anything, so we're just going to keep pushing this way for now. So we get to prepare 1 for free, which is going to trigger our Magibee, which is really nice. The Sylphunk is not going to do us any good. I guess whatever we're going to do, we're going to immediately grade it, right? So let's grab the Bounce Orb, because we're going to grade it off of the Hydrofen, more than likely. Okay, and then that's going to flip over there. Ooh, Rapture's also a good one. The only other thing is I could gain 3 power somewhere. I could tie in the local village, which isn't great. Tying in the Peaceful Blade, also not great. I guess that's actually not bad. Yeah, we're still winning over there. So, but first, so we prepared there. Now let's go ahead and trigger our Magibee. We're going to draw and discard 1. We're just going to discard this piece here, and then draw 1, discard 1 again. Last card in the stack. See, that was what I was worried about earlier when it all got shuffled. Was terrible. So, and yeah, now we're just in a bad spot because, like, playing this does nothing. Like, how sad is that? Playing it does nothing, unless I played it and then played the Warder. But that means I'd have to discard the Hydrofen right now. Discarding the Hydrofen isn't going to net us nearly as much VP as playing the Hydrofen and getting the grade on the Bounce Orb. So, yeah, we're just going to discard the Owl Illusion. It's really a shame that it's going to happen right now. But the benefit is if we play the Warder again, we can trigger the Magibee, forces the shuffle up of cards, and then we get a grade again. So at the very least, we can grade the Owl Illusion. Assuming our Magibee doesn't somehow get wiped out. All right. What is her last card of the game to play? Probably something to give her more cards. No, she is using her Mastery ability. Oh, how is that going to affect us? Okay, and then, so we're going to lose a power here, which is not great, but we can at least push out the Terror Chick to get us a power. And then +1 power for each creature in this Rivals plan. So she currently has 1, so she's going to gain 1 extra one here, which is already winning. So, and that is it. She is passed. So she is done for the game. Now, what can we do then? Not a ton. Where are we at here? 6, 7. So we're going to win this. Without putting a single drop of extra points here, we're going to win this one. She's going to move 2 down, and it's going to be fine. So I still think, though, the Hydrofen play is still going to be the grade. So we're going to do, this, I think? Yeah, we'll push out the Terror Chick. This has already been pushed out, so we're going to do that. We're going to grade 1 from our prep area, so we're going to go ahead and do this Bounce Orb here. And then we can put 2 power out with the Terror Chick. Since we're already winning this one, she's going to get second no matter what. Let's go ahead and just throw 2 power over here. We can't do the Glade, unfortunately, so this is at least just 1 extra point for us. All right, and that will go there. It's still our turn. Oh, that's spicy. Let's spend 3 power. I probably should have done this earlier. I was not paying attention as well as I should have on this part. We're going to spend 3, and we're going to grab this Rapture, because this Rapture is worth 2 just to own. Just putting it in my deck gets us 2 extra VP. And then we're about to draw and discard with the Magibee. So, because we're going to play the Warder here, which it doesn't really matter which way we go. We're going to go like that. We're going to play it. We're going to prepare 1. It doesn't matter what we prepare because we can't score it. So we'll just do that. And so we prepared a card. Our Magic Beast is going to trigger. When you prepare, draw one, discard one. So we're going to draw one. The Rapture, we're going to discard one. Now we get to grade something and draw and discard again. And I think it might be the Earth Bauble. Let's see what we have here. Oh no, the Illusion, because this is going to net us 3 VP. It's the one that makes the most sense because it's going to get us the most VP. And then whatever we draw, we're going to immediately discard again back into the discard. Okay, so that is it. That's going to be the end of the round. So she's going to get 5 VP for winning the Glade again. 2 of these cubes are going to come down here. She's going to get 3 for the local village. Okay, she gets to keep the first player token, which will flip and give her another one. We'll get 1 VP for that. We're really close to closing this gap, let me tell you. We're going to win the summit. We're going to get 7 here. Okay, and then she's going to get 4. Okay, let's go ahead and count up all of her cards here. So she's got 3, 6, and 9. Gonna get 9 there. So she's at 66 points. We need 33 points. Okay, good luck. All right, let's do the owned cards first before we do the graded. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all zeros. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's gonna get us 9. We're getting there. We're getting there. I don't think it's going to happen. But we do actually have a lot of 4s in here, from what I remember. Okay, so there's 4, 8, 9, 12, 14, and 16. So let's do 8 and 8. 8 and 8. So 55 to 66 is the final score here at the very end. And honestly, I'm surprised it was even... I expected to get blown out by like 20 points. I guess 11 is not as bad, but I knew it was going to be rough. I just didn't have... I think... Yeah, because winning the fields is really hard against her, right? Because she can win basically 2 fields, almost guaranteed every time. So really powerful strategy. And she's just like getting rid of your own... power in a lot of fields as well because of like her special rules and stuff. So I think a really good draw discard engine, which we didn't get until the very end of the game, because you notice that's when we got a good chunk of points there once we started cycling through our deck faster. If we could have gotten into an engine like that a little bit earlier, but we just didn't see them in the flop for a little bit there because we were getting like the Granite and the Tortu and stuff like that, and it was a lot of stuff of like, hey, combat in the fields. And I was like, I don't want to combat in the fields. I want to draw and discard. And then she kept playing that card that shuffled our discard back into our deck, so we never could get that grade. That hurt us as well. But yeah, if we could have done more drawing and discarding, I feel like in grading because of that, I think we would have been a lot closer at the end of the game. But I think we still played it to the best of our ability with what we had. If you see any faults in my plays, or you think I could have a better play was available at a certain point, put it in the comment section below and let me know. I hope you all enjoyed watching this. I know it's a bit of a long one, but it was a lot of fun. And just playing a game solo, being able to kill, an hour of time, playing a game like this in-depth thinking is always a good time for me. So with that, though, go check out the Kickstarter, and I'll see you in the next one.